Fat to Fit, day 161, ladies and gentlemen. The Minecraft movie was trash. It sucked. I did not enjoy it. I've been waiting like 10 years for the stupid Minecraft movie to come out. They've been teasing it since I was a little kid. They finally actually decided to make it, and it was garbage. It was not funny. There was like maybe 2 or 3 jokes I laughed at in the movie that were kind of funny. There was the thing with the villager in the end. That was pretty funny. There was the thing where the little piglin gets stabbed. That was pretty funny because I wasn't expecting it. Other than that, the Minecraft movie was straight trash. It sucked. It seems like everyone that worked on it probably never even had played the game before they were hired to do the movie. It had no real passion in it. It did not feel like a fan project at all. Didn't really feel like fan service at all. It felt trash, honestly, guys. It was like a huge disappointment. I wasn't expecting too much because it is a modern movie. Pretty much all modern media sucks across the board, so I was expecting nothing, and I was delivered basically nothing. So it is what it is. Oh well. This is a fat loss channel, guys, in case you forgot. It's mainly more of a yogurt review channel, but basically I have a few things to get through. First of all, I did cheat on my diet today, unfortunately. It wasn't that bad, though. I actually set a new low weight record today. I weighed this morning at 177.8 pounds, so that is a new low. So even though I cheated a few hundred calories, we're still at a new low, so I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest. I had about 3,315 calories of food with 154 grams of protein. Today's obviously day 0 of the streak. Unfortunately, that sucks. But I only had like 3,300 calories. You know, I could have had less. Obviously, we've had way worse cheat days than that. I could have been way worse, guys, honestly. All things considered, I think I did pretty good. I'm still very, very sick, unfortunately. Less than yesterday, honestly. Like, my throat is less dry now. I can do this video without needing water, even though I am a little bit thirsty now that I've been talking for a few minutes. But I feel much better today than I did yesterday. I feel much better, now than I did like a few hours ago also. The first, like, half of my day was pretty much spent, like, trying to relax and trying not to fall asleep also, because I was like... I was sitting down, I was laying down, like, trying not to fall asleep because I just felt like completely exhausted, which is very unlike me. I never feel tired during the beginning of a day or in the middle of a day. That never happens. I was just not even doing anything physical at all, and I was still like exhausted. Like I felt like I just run 14 miles or something. It's pretty crazy, honestly. I think my body has been putting a lot into trying to fight whatever kind of sickness I have. I believe it is a lung infection. It has been quite difficult. I've been sneezing all over the place. My throat has been pretty messed up. I've been coughing and sneezing up, tons of mucus. When I saw the Minecraft movie, there was a person on either side of me, so I didn't want to sneeze like into my elbow because I might like kind of spread out if I did that. So what I did is I took my shirt up and I sneezed into my shirt, and tons of like mucus crap was all over the inside of my shirt. I had to go to the bathroom and like take it out with a bunch of towels and whatnot. It was pretty nasty. I'm still quite sick, unfortunately, but I think I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. For starters, I finally actually got some sleep last night, which was good. I got about 8 hours of sleep. Was it the best quality sleep? Probably not, but at least it was like 8 hours of sleep, actually. Way, way better. I was very, very tired last night. I went to bed several hours earlier than I usually do. I woke up this morning several hours earlier than I usually do. I have been exhausted recently. Because of my sore throat, I keep waking up all the time when I'm asleep, so I have to like try and, soothe my throat a bit. I go into I go take a warm shower real quick to try and like soothe my throat and kind of calm me down. I woke up in the middle of the night last night, like in a kind of a panic. I don't really know why, but I was really freaked out. I was in kind of like a half dream, half awake state where I don't know what I was dreaming, but I think I dreamt that I was in like a car accident or something, some kind of crazy scenario that freaked me out, and I was like panicked when I got up, and I don't understand what caused that. Probably the sore throat, probably something to do with my sickness, I don't know, but that really freaked me out. Luckily, I was finally able to go back to sleep. I used to do like meditation a few years back, and I kind of retained that skill, so if I need to, I can just kind of like close my eyes and just, breathe slowly and count my breaths and like calm down over the course of a few minutes. So I did that in the shower, very relaxing. I was able to go back to sleep and whatnot, but I'm kind of rambling, okay? Basically, I feel better today than I did yesterday. I had a humidifier in my room overnight, so that helped my throat a lot. I've also been taking antibiotics starting yesterday. I only have like a few days worth of it, though, so hopefully it does the job by like tomorrow. So we'll see. If that doesn't happen, then I'll probably have to go to the doctor, which I do not like. I'm not a doctor person at all. I never go to the doctor. So, oh well. But I weighed in this morning at 177.8 pounds, which is a new record, even though I cheated today. A new record on the weight loss, so I'm really not that concerned. As long as we don't start packing the weight back on, I'm not going to be that sad if I, gain, zero point 0.4 pounds or something, because I'll just lose it again. It's really not that big of a deal. We're at a new record, so we're doing pretty good. Things are going very well. In fact, today, we finally hit 34 pounds lost for the first time. That's very cool. We're only 1 pound away from 35 pounds lost. Look forward to that. That's going to be pretty sweet. I'm very excited for that. That's going to be 176.8. Only a pound away. That's going to be pretty cool. I had 8 hours of sleep, finally. They were not the best quality, as I said, but at least I got them. I felt a lot better. I had 5 grams of creatine today, as always. I usually have them, right before the video because I forget until I start writing on my notebook, and then I'm like, all right, I got to do that. So I usually do that. Yesterday, I had about a gallon of water. Today, I had probably half a gallon to 3/4 of a gallon. I'm going to have to chug a little bit to try and make that up. I definitely need to stay hydrated now more than ever. Obviously, I did not do any exercise, even though I really want to, honestly. I really want to get back into weightlifting. Even though I can't, I'm very annoyed by not being able to weightlift, honestly. I actually almost did today, but I decided it was probably not wise. I've done that before where I was sick, and then I went out and did a run, or I did some weightlifting or something to feel better, and I felt better for a day, and then the sickness got way worse, and then took 2 weeks to heal. You know what I mean? So I've learned my lesson on that. I shouldn't exercise, unfortunately, even though I really want to, but oh well. I had about 3,315 calories of food today with 154 grams of protein. Day 0 of the streak, unfortunately. I had 5 granola bars, 500 calories, 5 grams of protein. I had chocolate chips, 400 calories, 5 grams of protein. I had a lot of soda today. I went out to eat. There was a promotional Minecraft meal at McDonald's or whatever, so I was talked into going to that. McDonald's is just straight trash these days, honestly. The only thing it really had going for it was it tasted decent and it was really cheap. And now it's neither of those things. So it tastes a lot worse. It's very expensive for McDonald's, and they don't even give you much ketchup. You have to go up there and beg. You beg hat in hand to get some ketchup from the stupid McDonald's people. McDonald's is just trash, honestly. You might as well just shell out the extra money and go to Culver's, in my opinion. But that's just my take on that. But I had soda, that was 500 calories. I had some chicken with sauce, with Chick-fil-A sauce. That was my own homemade chicken. That was 800 calories, 114 grams of protein. I had some chips. That was 640 calories, 8 grams of protein. And then that McDonald's Happy Meal, it was the kids' version because that's a lot cheaper and smaller. That was 475 calories with 22 grams of protein. I got the Creeper toy, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have it? I think it's in my car. That sucks. I had 3,315 calories of food today. Again, I had 154 grams of protein. Day 0 of the streak. Tomorrow, I'm not going to exercise, even though I want to. I would really like to start lifting weights again. I'm going to formulate a normal routine. I've just been kind of doing a few different things off the cuff, but I'm going to form an actual legitimate routine, including some kind of calisthenics circuit as well. We'll see how all that works. I've got to figure all that out. What else? So I saw the Minecraft movie, as I said. I uninstalled Pirates of the Caribbean Online. It just gets kind of boring after a while. It's a bit too grindy for me. I like the game, but past a certain point, the fetch quests get a little annoying, and then the boss grinding gets a little annoying. It's the same thing, just over and over and over again. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm going to move on to different games. I have a million games that I haven't played, so I might as well play different games. We'll see. I want to go through. I have a lot of games on Steam that I have purchased for really cheap, and I just have no interest in playing them. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my account and just start removing old games that I don't care about, so that I can kind of cut down on my list. I want to trim the fat on my Steam's list. So, and also this morning I watched the first half of Spider-Man 2. I was basically barely staying awake. Like I said, the first half of the day today, I was just totally exhausted. I don't even know, in a crazy way that I almost never feel. I couldn't, I was too exhausted to think. I was that kind of exhausted. How you feel after you get home from a super crazy day of work, super physical all day, or if you get home from running 14 miles or something like that. So I was exhausted. I was barely staying awake, and I was barely paying attention to Spider-Man 2. It was nice. I like it. It's better than the first Spider-Man for sure. Pretty solid film, I like Doc Ock. He's really good. Shame Willem Dafoe isn't in it, but, that's it. It is what it is. What else? I think that's it for today. Did I forget to write a fat joke? I forgot to write a fat joke. You guys are going to have to go without. Your mother is fat. Ha! Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for day 162. Hopefully, I will not be coughing in the next video. Peace.